Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're digging into something pretty interesting. It's the philosophy behind a business networking group, Connective.
Right.
Their whole thing is the more you give, the more you grow.
hmm
It was started by Byron Miller, and it's really focused on, well, relationships, results, and referrals.
Not just collecting cards.
Exactly, forget that.
Yeah.
This is about building connections that actually lead somewhere. So, our mission, really, for this deep dive is to get under the skin of this. What's it really mean? How does it work for the members?
And what can you, listening in, learn about maybe a different way to network?
Yeah. And we're drawing this straight from Connective's own materials, so it's an insider look.
It's fascinating because, let's face it, a lot of networking feels very transactional. Like, what can I get right now?
Totally.
Connective seems to be deliberately pushing back against that, this more you give, more you grow idea. It's not just like a nice saying. It's their core engine.
Absolutely. And the basic idea is so simple, really. If I help you grow your business, you'll probably want to help me grow mine.
Right. It makes intuitive sense.
It shifts things, doesn't it? Away from just looking out for number one or competing towards succeeding together through trust.
And the giving part is broader than you might think. It's not just leads. The connected stuff talks about, sharing knowledge, making introductions, even if they don't directly benefit you right away, offering support.
Like real support.
Yeah, building a genuinely helpful community.
Okay, so giving is multifaceted. Let's unpack the principles behind this give and grow thing. The first one that really stands out is trust first, business second. It's that idea that, good business happens after, and trust someone.
Exactly. And their material stress, that it's the consistent giving, maybe without expecting something back immediately, that lets that trust actually build up.
It's like laying a foundation.
You need solid ground, right? Connective gets that, that bedrock of trust, and it comes from, well, consistently showing up and being helpful.
And then there's reciprocity. That's almost like hardwired into us, isn't it?
It really is.
Someone does something genuinely nice for you, and you feel this pull to return the favor.
But Connective is careful to point out, this give and grow is about mutual giving. It's not.
It's not charity.
Right. It's not one person just endlessly giving while the other takes. That wouldn't work long term.
That's a super important distinction. It's not about, running yourself ragged for others. It's recognizing that helping others in the network creates this environment where they naturally want to help you back.
It becomes a kind of positive feedback loop, mutually beneficial.
Okay, the third principle really hits on perspective. Long-term versus short-term thinking.
Ah, yes.
That difference between walking into a room thinking, okay, who's got a lead for me today, versus, who here could I genuinely help, knowing it might lead to something good down the road?
And if you think about how real, sustainable success is built, it just clicks, right?
Yeah.
That quick transactional thing might give you a small win now, but it's often, short-lived.
Yeah.
Building relationships, getting known as someone who adds value, that creates a much stronger, more fruitful network over time.
So we get the philosophy, the main ideas. How does Connective actually do this? Like in their day-to-day stuff. The weekly meetings sound key.
They do. And they seem more structured than just a casual coffee meetup.
Right.
What's interesting is how the structure is built around encouraging giving. Okay, yes, people pass referrals.
Sure.
But they also have these short weekly presentations. Members teach each other about their ideal clients, how to spot a good referral for them.
Oh, so it's like giving people the tools to help you better.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
active. You're giving value by making it easier for them to give value back to you. It's quite smart.
It is smart. And then there's the recognition part. They actually call out members for referrals given, thank you for closed business, even how many one-to-ones they did.
Yeah, see, that reinforces it. Contribution is clearly valued. It's celebrated. It's not just about what you get.
It sets the expectation, doesn't it? Like, this is how we operate here.
Absolutely. It encourages everyone to keep participating in that giving side of the equation.
Let's talk about those one-to-ones or one-to-ones. They sound pretty crucial for, really getting how to help each other effectively.
Totally. These are like dedicated deep dives between two members, time set aside to really understand each other's goals, target markets, the details of what they do.
Going beyond just the elevator pitch.
Way beyond. That deeper understanding, that's what leads to the really good, relevant referrals later on. It builds a much stronger connection.
The connective materials also mention leadership roles like being chapter president or visitor host or an education coordinator. That's framed as another way of giving.
Well, yeah, that makes perfect sense. If you step up and take on one of those roles, you're putting time and energy into making the chapter run well. That's giving value to everyone.
And it boosts your own visibility too, right?
For sure. People see you contributing, taking responsibility. It builds more trust, more connection. It's another way giving leads back to growth, just maybe less directly than a referral.
It's fascinating psychologically why this whole give and grow thing actually works so well. They touch on reciprocity bias.
Yeah, and that's a known thing in psychology. We're just sort of wired to want to repay kindness.
Mm-hmm.
So when someone in your connective group really goes out of their way for you, gives you a great lead, makes a key intro, it just triggers that natural urge to find a way to return the favor. It's a strong motivator.
And then there's social capital. Like
Yeah.
every time you give, you're making a deposit in this relationship bank account.
That's a great way to put it. You're building goodwill, strengthening connections over time. Each act of giving is like adding a thread to a web.
Right.
The more threads, the stronger the web. It creates this network of support and opportunity you can rely on later.
And it sounds like it goes beyond just practical stuff. This giving fosters like actual emotional bonds.
I think that's really key. When you're genuinely invested in helping someone else succeed, it feels different than just a business transaction.
Yeah.
Those stronger emotional ties probably make the relationships more resilient, more loyal. It leads to a more collaborative feel overall.
They gave a really good example in the materials to show how this works practically. Let's say you introduce a financial advisor member to your friend who just sold their company. Big deal closes.
Okay.
Then, maybe a bit later, that same financial advisor introduces you to a major contact you've been trying, like really hard to connect with, for ages.
Okay, I see. The ripple effect.
Exactly. It started with you just helping someone out, no strings attached necessarily, but because of that trust and reciprocity.
It came back around in a really valuable, maybe unexpected way.
Yeah, it shows how giving can spark this chain reaction.
It really demonstrates that the benefits aren't always immediate or direct, but they do materialize if you trust the process.
Now, it's probably important to clarify what the more you give, the more you grow is not.
Yeah.
It's not about just giving and getting nothing back, right? It's not about being exploited.
Definitely not. The connective stuff is clear. This happens in a structured group where everyone is expected to contribute. It's mutual.
It's not just one-way generosity that leaves you drained.
No, and it's not about being passive either.
Yeah.
You don't just give and then sit back waiting for riches to fall in your lap.
Right. You still have to run your business.
Of course. Members still track their ROI, they follow up on leads, they ask for referrals when appropriate. The giving mindset is the starting point, the foundation, but it doesn't replace smart business practices.
It seems like it enhances those practices within a supportive community.
Well said. That's exactly it.
So for you listening, how can you actually use this idea even outside a group like Connective? The materials suggest asking yourself 3 questions regularly.
Yeah, these are really practical prompts, things you could actually do weekly. First, who did I genuinely help this week?
Okay.
Second, who in my network could I introduce or maybe just encourage or support in some way? And third, how can I find a way to offer value before I even think about asking for something?
Those really force you to shift your focus, don't they? Towards contribution first.
They absolutely do. It boils it down to concrete actions.
And the big takeaway here is when a whole group actually buys into this and lives it.
Then the whole network becomes incredibly powerful, much more than just a collection of individuals. It turns into this potent engine driving success for everyone involved.
It's that rising tide lifts all boats idea.
Exactly. When the focus is shared growth through giving, everybody benefits from everyone else's generosity and support.
So wrapping this up, the core message from Connective seems pretty clear. The more you give, the more you grow isn't just fluff. It's a deliberate strategy for networking.
A very effective one, it seems. It's all about building trust first and really leaning into reciprocity.
And by making that conscious choice to focus on giving value, whether it's referrals, knowledge, connections, support.
Members often find they end up getting more growth, more opportunities than if they just focused narrowly on themselves.
It definitely makes you think about your own approach, you know?
It does.
How could you apply this give first idea in your own world, professionally or even personally? What could happen if you focused more on helping others first? What doors might open?
That's a great question to ponder.
Yeah. Definitely some food for thought there. That's it for this week's Deep Dive.